Well, I guess we're making it home here to Fornburg. Heck yeah, I love me some Fornburg. Focus. All right, dock. New territory discovered, Fornburg. Whoa. So yeah, I guess there is indeed a ship in this game too, in a sense. To sail around, that's cool.
Well, the feeder of ravens returns. We thought we had lost you, Eivor. For good this time.
Yeah, I kind of cut you off there. You look very much like Cassandra.
You look like reddened shit. What happened?
Nothing to crow about, except to say the men who delayed us are dead. And how are you?
Well enough. Though I have spent many tiresome days calming the rages of our king, he is not happy with you.
I expected as much. And what of Sigurd? Has he returned from his raids?
My husband should be home today. The last we heard, he was approaching Stavanger.
Good to hear. We have need of his courage.
Sigurd will not save you from his father's wrath, Eivor. You should know that by now.
Okay, I guess Sigurd is still around, but just didn't come with us.
They rarely go as planned. But we killed many of Kjotve's warriors. And there was this. My father's axe among the dead.
Ah, after so many years. You should take it to Gunnar. He will give it back its edge.
A good idea. After I see our king.
That I do not advise. Not yet. He is meeting with a messenger from the north.
I can wait.
A cloud hangs over you. Is something wrong?
Seeing my father's axe after 17 winters, it stirred something in me. A feeling I've not had since the day he was killed. Since the day I got this.
Memories of past agonies. Of sadness and pain.
I should speak with Valka. She could help me make sense of my feelings.
Take your time getting settled. I will see you at the Longhouse.
I think you have lost your edge, Eivor, just like that axe. Maybe Gunnar can help you with both.
I will let you know.
Is this gonna be like a blacksmith tutorial to go to Gunnar? Nope. Just a jab at him for him losing his edge as a character. I thought that was kind of gonna play into like tutorial about also sharpening the axe. Multiple quests accepted.
Land with a boat and a full crew. That is worth more than silver.
That doesn't count. You need silver and jewels. Shut up, bro. How do you know? You never went on a raid. Just shut up.
Never to be seen again. Well, I see we're dealing with typical Ubisoft game AI. You gonna turn around and come back to town? No. Just gone. Never to be seen again. Yeah, typical Ubisoft game AI. That's how you know you're in for a great time. That's how you know you're getting a quality Ubisoft experience. Node types. Spending skill points on nodes will improve your fighting skills. Stat nodes improve base stats. Main skills unlock fighting moves. Okay. So they've kind of expanded how it works compared to the last game. Equipped nodes will increase your power. The higher the power, the more prepared you are for the challenges to come. Okay, so equipped just being like any ones that I've redeemed, I assume. Yeah, so now I can get those. Oh, and they get colors. So they're a lot easier to like visually tell what's going on. I was looking through this earlier and I was like, this is a mess. There's no way I'm getting to understand this. The colors definitely gonna make it easier. So yeah, I guess yellow is gonna be the stealth-based stuff. Blue is gonna be the range-based stuff. That's gonna be the melee-based stuff. Well, I think this is probably most important right now. So there's a button to reset all skills. More melee resistance. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So any moves I want to work towards here, when enemy falls to the ground, press R to stomp on their face? Is that going to be the new kick equivalent here? Should I set up my... Not soundboard. It wasn't a soundboard in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but an auto hotkey script that I used to read my inputs and play sound effects when I put in certain inputs. I wonder how I assign these to... Oh, this is just a direct button. for pressing an R. Huh, so it probably wouldn't work super well for that. So what are the different big ones? This definitely isn't as easy to navigate as like Odyssey though. I wouldn't think, with stuff all over the place, but I do kind of like the constellation theming. Dual swap. When dual wielding, hold RT and R to swap weapon hands. Oh, that's cool. I like the little flip with it too. Oh, I guess there's adrenaline in this game like the last one. Berserker's Medal, fight with reckless abandon. A partially filled adrenaline slot will not be affected by an enemy's first strike. There's a first strike? Like, first, oh my god, the kick. With first strike as part of a combo, or like first strike in battle. Not be affected by an enemy's first strike. Yeah, look at this kick here. Like, what? Let's see here. Heavy dual wield. You can dual wield heavy weapons. This will alter the stats and the handling of each weapon. It's cool how you can assign what's in each hand in this game. Terror. After a stun finisher, weak enemies nearby may cower in fear. Interesting. Light bow combo. Consecutive shots with a light bow deals extra damage. Huh. Okay. Perfect attack. Press RB again during a weapon swing to do more damage on the next hit. Okay, that's just free damage. Parry damage. Successful parries also deal damage to the attacker. Okay, more damage along the way. I can't complain about that. Hunter bow combo. Okay, so that's a range thing. Yeah, so there's the color theming going on here. So let's read these ones first and foremost. Adrenaline feed. Feed? Fiend. When one or more adrenaline slots are filled, you gain a damage boost and attack speed boost. The effect augments with each slot filled. Okay, interesting. Arrow volley. Discharge all loaded arrows at once by holding and releasing RB with a light bow. Each volley of arrows has a stamina cost. Huh. It's interesting that this is in the melee area, not the ranged area. Warrior takedown. Attempt an RT takedown on an unaware enemy with your melee weapon. It will alert all enemies around you, but will fill your adrenaline for every one of them. Like the amount of enemies is the amount of notches of adrenaline I get. Or something or other. Sprint bash. Unlocks the ability to bash through breakable objects and push, like running faster there than I was earlier. Push NPCs to the ground while sprinting. Interesting. Battlefield cremation. Enemies who perish from one of your fire attacks will continue to burn, dealing heavy fire damage to enemies nearby. Okay, so it's not that they just suddenly get set on fire. You have to do a fire attack. Huh. Yeah, that's the terror there. Let's read the other stuff in this core area first before I get to the other stuff. Backstab. Landing a blow directly on the enemy's back will inflict increased defense damage and cause them to stagger. Okay, so that can be something that counts as a category as well for just, like, general damage. Oh, and then we're gonna, like, fill the shape as it goes on with, like, the colored lines. That's cool. Yeah, that's neat. And I assume I'll get things around these once I get, like, this node, for example. More melee damage. Melee. Okay. Okay, so it's not necessarily color coding yellow is stealth. That's melee. I guess that's not necessarily how it works then. When there's... Yeah. Way of the Raven. All Raven aligned gear. Huh. Okay, interesting. Brush with death. Dodging just before an attack lands you heightened senses, making others around you appear to move slower for a time. Okay, that'd be pretty good. And also increase my DPS anyway. Consecutive headshots with a Predator bow deal extra damage. Okay, so Predator is a bow type here, like in Origins, and it works like that there, I guess, where you can super zoom in. Counter roll. Dodge towards an enemy's rune attack just before it lands to vault directly behind him. Whoa, is that like Ezio's Revelations move? That's like Ezio's Revelations move. That's what that is. Been a while since we've seen that in a game. Master counter roll. Adds a hidden blade strike while executing a counter roll. Okay, so the hidden blade is back in this game. There wasn't one in Odyssey. I mean, there's basically the spearhead of Leonidas as the equivalent thing. Oh, no, I can see the nodes here early. I don't know how it works for these things then. I guess these go to, like, different trees that have, like, these different middle nodes. That's what it goes to, or something or other. Where was I just at? This is kind of cool, but it is gonna get a lot more confusing. Not quite as easy UI. Enemies who die from one of your poison attacks will release a toxic cloud around them, infecting those who enter. Huh. It'd be cool if there was like a toggle to switch it to a skill screen like Odyssey had, where it's all easy in a row for you to see everything. Because when it comes to video game UI, you can balance charm and usability. Like, I feel like the more unique style and flair you give it, the less usable it becomes. I think it could be really, really hard to strike a really good balance. I think a really good example of striking a good balance would be something like Persona 5. It's hard to top Persona 5 UI. This is really cool. I really like it. And like the lines going around feels like it's going to be really satisfying as the game goes on. But I do realize that the usability here isn't super intuitive. Explosive corpse. Well, maybe intuitive isn't the right word. Just kind of difficult to find stuff where it's like, where was the skill I'm looking for again? And they're just kind of all over the place. Scattered. Booby trap a dead body to damage anyone who investigates it. Hold R near a dead body to load it with explosive powder. Guided arrow. Your mastery with the predator bow allows you to perform unbelievable feats of accuracy. Press RB to adjust the arrow's trajectory as it flies. Okay, so that's back. And that's how it works there. Gotcha. Advanced assassination. Unlocks the ability to assassinate high-level targets with a timing-based attack. Oh. So it's like the critical assassination, but quick time event. Rather than using up stamina, right? Chain assassination. After performing a successful assassination, throw an axe at a secondary NPC standing in close proximity. Okay. I love Ubisoft ragdolls. They're so silly. Assassin's cantrip. Following a successful parry, quickly press Y to throw a smoke bomb at your feet and disappear. Huh. Okay. Thrill of war. Vikings live for the fight. Gain adrenaline as long as you remain in conflict. Okay. So slowly builds up over time. If adrenaline is as useful as an Odyssey, then that'd be important. Assassin carry. Hold RB to automatically carry a body after a successful assassination. Oh, so I can't carry by default. Huh, that seems weird. That's not a default thing. Mounted archer. Eivor can use their bow abilities while mounted. Huh. Assassin slide. So could I just unlock one of these immediately? Like, do I have these immediately unlocked? Here, if I reset. Oh, I can. Interesting. Alright, so maybe I want to get different things then. Assassin slide. Hold B while sprinting to slide into enemies and knock them off balance. Ooh. Let me see the preview here. That's kind of cool. Slide focus. Aiming LT while sprinting will heighten your senses, making others around you appear to move slower. Okay, and you can do it while sliding. That's cool. Light fingered. Eivor will now pick up nearby loot with a quick flick of the wrist. Alright, that might be kind of convenient. More critical chance. Yeah, and then the constellation here works up to intense rage. Ignore hit interruptions while performing your next offhand parry or special attack. It's effective recharge after a few seconds. Okay, let me see the preview here. Alright, yeah, so I can take a hit or two without it interrupting my thing. Huh. Master Chef. Holding it right on the D-pad will fill an adrenaline shot at the cost of 1 ration. Oh. Huh, Raven's loot. Your Raven gathers loot from targets killed with ranged attacks. Whoa, the Raven actually flies in. It's not just a thing where it's like, source, trust me, bro. It actually does. That's fun. Okay, that was the Assassin carry. Yeah, and then there's this constellation here, which works up to Thrill of War. Okay, so that's how that goes up to there. So how do I get up to these things? I probably have to do, like, other things, and then it'll slowly take away this black mist or something. Yeah, this node will lead into here, and then there will probably be, like, constellations and stuff that slowly works up to stuff. So you're not entirely sure how things are going to chain together initially. Interesting. Riposte. With your offhand free, hitting an enemy immediately after a successful parry deals critical damage. Okay. And does parrying with an empty hand, like, not damage me? Might have to do some research into the combat of this game. Single hand versatility. Within seconds of an ability ending and with your offhand free, using another ability from the opposite ability wheel. Oh, so I have, like, 1 ability wheel per side. Will not cost any adrenaline. Within seconds of an ability ending and with your offhand free, using another ability from the opposite wheel, will not cost any adrenaline. Interesting. I'm pretty sure I checked that one. Yeah, the intense rage. Auto loot an enemy automatically after melee kill or stealth takedown. Yeah, so I read those ones. Missile reversal. Send it right back at him. Catch and throw back virtually any projectile to its sender by pressing LB just before it hits you. Wow. Breakfall. Eivor automatically performs a roll when landing from a dangerous height, reducing the amount of damage taken. Okay, but I assume certain falls can actually kill me like every other Assassin's Creed game except for Odyssey. Just less damage there. Yeah, so that's the quick time event one. Sprint attack. Press RB while sprinting to do a sprint attack. Okay. Stealth Recon. Automatically highlight enemies when crouched and undetected. Okay. Yeah, that'd be good. Backstab, yeah. So I saw that one. And then, yeah, that's the stomp that I was working up to before. That could still be pretty good fun. Okay, and then it, like, partially highlights the path. Makes it a little bit red there, it looks like. Yeah, it starts to highlight it. Show kind of how you have to go about it. Let's see here. Bow to melee link. Alternating between bow and melee attacks deals extra damage for a short time. Interesting. Background bolt. Battleground bolt. Press Y to pick up the nearest discard weapon and automatically throw it at an enemy in sight. That's kind of cool. Maybe there's more depth of combat in this game than Odyssey after all. Grit. Regain lost health when landing a successful hit on the enemy. Oh, that's going to be important. That's going to be very important to work up towards if this difficulty is anything like that tutorial battle and Odyssey have taught me. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see this one first. Charge shot. Fire 2 fully charged arrows by pressing RB with the hunter bow. This attack cannot be cancelled. Okay. Arrow looter. Eivor has a greater chance of looting arrows from archers. Power stroke. Press L to trigger a speed boost on the longship at the cost of stamina. Survival instinct. When at less than a third of health, hold that for a partial healing. Okay. Well, that didn't seem to heal all that much in the preview. It was barely anything. Loot food. Eivor now has a higher chance of looting food from dead bodies. Unstoppable. While in combat, Eivor's sprint becomes unblockable and knocks enemies back at the cost of stamina. Okay. Wolf Warrior. Fight with increased fury as death draws near. Your damage increases the lower your health. Cunning Shot. Perform an RB alternate shot with any kind of bow will award some adrenaline. I guess that's just the button for it there. I think I'm usually holding RT, so yeah, RB, alternate shot, whatever that is. I guess I'll find out as I keep on playing here. Combat Dive. You're immune to all damage while performing a roll. Oh, so you can, like, extend a dodge like in Odyssey? Because that's kind of what it looks like, where there's, like, an initial dodge and then a roll. Huh. Okay, interesting. Eye of the North. Prevents flinching from hits while aiming with your bow. This effect recharges after a few seconds. Okay. Yeah, so I saw that one. Let's go this order here. Stealth Adrenaline. While in stealth, gain adrenaline by looting a chest or pickpocketing in a restricted area. Bow Stun Finisher. Press R when aiming at a stunned enemy's head to trigger a bow stun finisher. Well, let me see that preview. I was reading. The spin with it is cool. Improve Bow Stun Finisher. Initiating the Bow Stun Finisher will now shoot arrows at all stunned enemies in view. Cool. Emergency aim. Holding LT will snap your aim to an enemy as they detect you, giving them an opportunity to kill them and remain undetected. Yeah, if this works like Odyssey's hardest difficulty, no shot that's happening. Parry damage. Yeah, so I read that. Hunter bow combo. Release your arrows as you finish drawing it to make the next one draw faster. Okay, so it becomes timing based then. Arrow reinforcement. With this skill, loosed arrows will never break and may be collected from fallen enemies. That's pretty handy for conservation there. Arrow volley. Discharge all loaded arrows at once by holding and releasing RB with a light bow. Each volley of arrows is stamina cost. I think I read that one before. Yeah, I think I've read some of these before, but it's so hard to tell with the way that this is formatted. I think I looked at this top section. Yeah, so I guess this is the node that centers the red skills. This is the node that centers the yellow ones, and that's the node that centers the blue ones. And this one's kind of in the middle. That's what it seems like is going on here. Yeah, so I read these ones already. So over here, perfect parry. Parry LB in the nick of time to deal additional damage to the attacker. Okay. Jeez, I was already trying to do that. Shield Master. Eivor automatically rotates to block incoming attacks by holding up their shield. Okay. That could definitely be handy. I mean, in that last battle, I was kind of turning myself. Fearless Leaper. When activated, the leap attack damages a larger area of effect and can be done at any height. Any height, huh? Fight ready. Always start a fight with an adrenaline slot filled. That could be handy. I mean, how many of these use adrenaline? Like, how many of them are assignable skills? Press RT while sprinting to knock enemies back with a powerful knee slam. Oh? And can I sprint in normal combat? Like, that looks like combat there. Okay, but I'm not kicking people off cliffs like in Odyssey anymore. Cold Rage. Ignore hit interruptions while performing successive regular melee attacks. Okay. Gotcha. Longship Brace. While you are on command of the longship, the crew will raise their shield with you. So I guess I don't do that by default. Heal on kill. Killing an enemy restores some health if you are at low health and have no rations. Single hand defense. When at full health and with your offhand free, the first successful enemy attack deals no damage to you and knocks them back. Okay. Yeah, the perfect parry there. Edun's Heart. Draw upon the vitality of Edun. Passively regenerate recent health loss after a short delay. That could be good. Wasn't there another thing about getting health back? I think it was getting health back as I hit someone. But I think that was like a decent ways in on the constellation. And now it's going to be like impossible to find again. I would have no idea where it is. So I mean, out of the initial starting ones here. And out of curiosity, if I redeem that. No, it doesn't bring me a path in there. Of the starting ones, the most important ones would probably be... I don't know. Let's just do this for convenience sake. And then maybe perfect parry. If I'm going to keep on trying to do like parry stuff. Sure, that. But yeah, I am going to get very, very lost in this menu. Alright, well, I was mucking around in there for a while. Gotta remember, hey look, there's an actual video game here with other stuff going on. Okay, so I'm going to... that, I assume? It's white instead of blue like my previous quest objective was. Can I rotate the map in any way? Because this looks like one of those maps you could rotate. Doesn't seem like. There's like some sort of game over here. Show nearby quest. Family Matters. Yeah, that's the right one, right? Oh, I get you. It's blue when it's my active quest. I get you. And this is a quest of some sort here? This is what's going on here?
To sing your wordplay, Elvis.
Ah, Eivor! The only mouth in Midgard from which I fear mockery.
That beginning lip sync was a little bit odd there.
It is only natural that I surpass you soon.
How about another lesson then? A quick flight. Right here, right now. What do you say?
Let's try flighting.
Try flighting.
I always put points down as a wager. Most of those who enjoy flighting have an equal fondness for betting.
Wow, readjust my chair here, get comfortable.
Let me begin.
I'm ready.
So I don't get any coins for this quest.
To match cadence and rhyme. It's as much about sound as it is about time. So be careful in choosing the words that you say.
Sure, that.
Taught ere I enter the fray.
A fine answer. Perfect rhyme and a lovely cadence to match my line. Now, let us examine meaning. In flighting, you'll need to be cutting and keen. It's about wielding wit more than venting your spleen. If I tell you you're foolish and stupid and dull...
That'd be mean. Sure, that.
You've nothing inside of your skull.
Ah, a good response. I called you stupid and you turned it around. Writing about wit, you matched my meaning. When you think of too many perfect retorts, use the one that best matches them.
What is going on with some of the shadows on your back cape there?
So go then and conquer the world with your wit. Go be clever, be quick, show your spirit and grit. I look eagerly forward to seeing how you fare.
Sure.
I will flight you with flourish and best you with flair.
Perfect, yes. You could destroy me with such a line. Your flighting's astounding. You're worthy of praise. You swing a fine axe and you turn a good phrase.
Thank you, Elvis. I'll take the
Well,
lesson to heart.
Whoa, I just like shifted up there. Charisma? Winning flighting duels increases your charisma level. Didn't realize I was building up Persona social stuff. No, I didn't see it all. tutorials. World and activities? Flighting. Flying duels are another way to obtain new glorious victories in Eivor's saga. Try to find new opponents in towns across the world and start conversations to begin the flighting duel. During the duel, listen carefully to what your opponent is saying. The most suitable and accurate answer you can select within the available choices will crush him and bring you closer to winning the duel. But hurry, you only have a limited time to think about your answer and make the right choice. Winning flying duels increases your charisma level, which will unlock specific dialogue options in certain situations. Okay, so maybe less like Persona and more like Fallout? Where's charisma here? Is there a thing for charisma? Weak points is new there, I guess. Shooting an enemy's glowing orange weak point to instantly remove one of their defense slots. What? Shooting an enemy's glowing orange weak point to instantly remove one of their defense slots. That's an incomplete sentence. Shooting such a point will also stun the enemy, giving you an advantage in an intense fight. Was English not the first language of those that designed this game? Less defense your enemies have, the more damage you can inflict to their health with attacks. Main gameplay. Okay, so there's a charisma level that I can build up that unlocks new options like I'm playing Fallout. Okay. I was actually holding A, but maybe I started holding it a bit too late. Okay, I guess the different there's a lot of different quests around here. Holy crap. I was happy to see Eivor returned. I assume they're all like different tutorials for like different things. It might be worthwhile to go around chatting with some of these people and finding out about things like charisma and all that. Show me your tattoos.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this is a tattoo shop. Tattoo and barber. Customize Eivor's look at Sven den Tove's tattoo shop. Bring them cosmetic schemes to access a wide variety of styles. Okay. Okay, so that's the one that I had on by default, I think, right? I can't even see it. What? So it is showing me a preview. Did I have this one on before? I'm pretty sure I did have that one on before, not this one, right? Oh my god, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. I've only played like a couple battles. I haven't really played the game yet, so it's a little bit too early to say. I'm very surprised at the way the skill tree is handled. I'm surprised that there's a charisma system that I can build up, apparently. And combat is definitely similar yet different to Odyssey, and it's probably going to take some getting used to. I feel like the parries might be a little bit more satisfying in this game than Odyssey. I have a lot more room to play around with like fun stuff and maybe some higher level combat. I do like the fact that you can put whatever you want in right and left hands. Ooh, now that's a beard. I mean, this is most similar to what I have in real life now. So I guess I'll go with that. So hair, maybe you look at from behind. So I guess that's what I have on right now. Okay, so those are the same things, but different colors. It looks like. Nope. Not the short hair. What? Are these just the first ones again? They are, but different colors. Why don't you just have them all together in one section? What? Here, let's do the thing that looks like my hair. Is what we'll do. So that changes that all. Okay, interesting. It's cool that there's customization like that. You'd think if there was customization like this that maybe you'd be able to design like the entire character. But ah well. Oh, I gotcha. I was like, what, do I not have anything unlocked here? Or is it just showing that I don't have anything equipped there? I gotcha.
Is there something else?
I thought that whatever that was on the bench behind me was like part of my outfit, and I thought I suddenly got like really fat. I'll be going.
Sure.
That's what I thought for a second there. Okay, so it probably is worth it to stop by these things just to see what they are and know what tools I have access to in this game, what the different systems are. So these seem worthwhile to do. Orlog is a game where two players duel by rolling dice and invoking god favors.
I'm interested.
Yes, Orlok. Join me.
My eyes are up here.
Let us play. Straight into the point.
It gets suddenly cut off. Oh my goodness. Game rules. Orlog is a game where two players duel by rolling dice and invoking god favors. First player to reduce the health of the opponent to 0 wins. Each round is 3 phases. The roll phase, players roll their dice. Dice faces have various effects like attack, defense, or gain those tokens used to invoke god favors. The god favor phase. Players may make that offering to invoke a god favor. God favors grant powerful blessings that can greatly affect the outcome of a round or even a game. The resolution phase. The faces of the dice roll by both players are resolved against each other. Damage is dealt or blocked. Those tokens are gained or stolen. Rounds are played until one player reduces the health of the other to 0. So tails. Heads. Hilarious that AC Valhalla main character name is Eivor. Varen's daughter, Ivor's daughter, are variants as both male and female main character instead of each gender have their separate name. Huh. So yeah, I do know that like the female one is the canonical one here. I want to have a beard. Is what I want in a game. That is cool how it lets you change at any time though, rather than being locked in forever. So I can always change that up later, but I want to rock the beard for at least a decent while here. But yeah, huh. At the beginning of each round, you and your opponent take turns rolling dice. You can roll up to 3 times. Between each roll, you can choose which dice you want to keep and which you want to reroll. Interesting. Let's try it here. Die faces. Okay. I gotcha. You know what? I'm good. I'm good here. Alright, so the person that goes second definitely has an advantage. So I just have the option of re-rolling everything now. Okay, so for comparison, is that showing what he has right now? Or is that showing what I have? That's showing what he has right now. So deal 1 damage. And yeah, he's doing a deal damage. He's not blocking that. So I can deal a bunch of damage here. It looks like. I can block one of his 2 things. So that's fine by me. Block. Okay, so that blocks his 1 axe thing. And gain that. Alright. Oh, I block both of his things. Wait, no. That's deal that, gain a thing. Deal that, gain 1. What? I thought this was dealing things. Maybe this... I thought the square around the outside meant blocking that kind of damage. I guess it makes sense that the armor thing would be blocking it. And the square around the outside just means that I gain a god's favor. You know what? I'm good with that. Sure. But I still have to roll? I can't leave it for... Okay. Don't know how I actually use the god's favors. Okay, don't know what the point was with, like, strategizing which ones I wanted to keep and which ones not there if I re-roll them all anyway. Was there an option that I missed? In this phase, the dice effects are resolved in order. Each of those grants that token... Okay, so that's how that works. That and that are resolved, and they're unblocked damage applied. The player who rolled first this round also attacks first. Okay. Each of that steals one of those tokens from an opponent. I have not. I only just started. I just got to, like... I just beat the tutorial at, like... place right where the game opens. I just got to the first settlement, so I really have no experience in this game thus far. Oh. Okay. You steal a bunch of god's favors from me that I don't really have. Okay, so I did more damage to you, but you have a bunch of god's favors now. Is the case. Oh, I have to select the ones that go out there that I keep. I get you. That's what I missed then. Ah, select a dice to keep. I thought I was selecting a dice that I wanted to re-roll. Okay. So, he's going to be attacking with arrows and getting god's favors. Those block arrows and get a god's favor. So I'm keeping one of those. Because he has 2 arrows out. Steal 1 and gain 1. That's probably pretty good then, right? Here, I'm putting both of them out. And these I'm re-rolling. Yeah, I don't have the option to put anything out now. Alright, so... he's going to be blocking an arrow if I chose to attack with an arrow. I'm blocking 1 axe. So I need to, like, double up my arrows. Or do something here. Unless I block both those arrows. Here, do that. I'll figure it out with whatever I roll next here. Okay, so that's what I end up getting. God Favor phase. In this phase, you might choose a God Favor to invoke. God Favors are invoked in order of priority. When a God Favor is invoked, its offering is given and its effect granted. Most God Favors are invoked after both players choose, before the resolution phase. But some that specifically stated in their effect description are invoked after the resolution phase. Tip: if a player doesn't have enough that for the offering when the God Favor they chose is invoked, the effect is not granted. You can use this to your advantage against your opponent. Okay, well, I don't have any at the moment when I'd be invoking them. Like God Favor to use or skip. So for 4, deal 2 damage, deal 5 damage with 8, or 12, deal 8 damage. But, like, I can't do it, I don't think. So I get a whole bunch. Ow. I block those. You take one, I take a couple of yours. Okay, I have a few now. And then does it do the thing? Okay, then it does the thing at the end. Gotcha. Interesting. I gotcha. I'd like ones that grant God Favors as well, if I can. I'm just gonna do this for now, and then I'll figure it out with what I get with this other stuff. That's what I think I'll do. That's my plan here. Okay, so he didn't put anything out. So let's see here. Really go in hard for the defense? That's what I can do? Sure, I'll do it. Whatever, sure. Ooh, he could go hard on arrows now. But he's choosing not to. Okay. I'm doing an attack here. God Favor phase. Okay, yeah. So I can't select, like, the 8 or anything here. Like, I know that I wouldn't have that many, but I was wondering if I could select that, and then if I had that amount before the end, it would let me do it. Maybe it would if it calculated that I would have that amount before the end, but I wouldn't here. Okay, and we'll each do a damage to each other here. I like the effects here. That's cool. You know, the best RPGs have, like, a simple but fun tabletop game that you can play in-game. Oh, is it more damage the more you have? Because he's building up, whereas I'm just spending immediately. I should have paid more attention to the numbers is what I should have done. Like, maybe use it to try and clutch out a victory at the end. That's maybe what I should do. Alright, well, yeah, he's got an axe there, so I should have a helmet. Is what I should do. I don't know if I really want to make any commitments right now. So yeah, I'm gonna be good with that, I think. Okay, he's not putting anything in. Okay, so I can block that arrow while getting a God's Favor. If he ends up putting another axe in. Strong defense is a good offense. Screw it. Okay, yeah, there was another axe out. So that'll protect me from that. Okay. So yeah, if I did this... So, gamble it all. Yeah, that's what I better do there. So yeah, 4, 2. So it's like 1 damage for each 2 God's Favors. 8 is 5. So basically, like, using the 4 one twice, I get an extra bonus one. And then by doing 3 of the 4 ones, I would normally get 6 damage, but then I get 8. Is the case. So it is worth it to build up. Is what I'm interpreting here. So I'm not going to do that. Anyway, he's building up for something big, so it might look like I'm winning right now, but I'm probably not ultimately. Yeah, he's sniping one of those. I'm taking out one of his 2. Yeah, he might have a turnaround victory. Is what might happen here. Alright. You know, I'm digging this game. I can get 2 this way. And I'm getting a little bit worried about his stack. I mean, how many is that per stack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he has 10, 11. I think he's saving up for the 12. And I kind of want him to not have that. I'm just going to do this for now. That's a lot of axes. Oh, crud. So I need like a lot of helmets here, which I do not actually have. That's really bad. Here, but let's get a little bit of damage in on him because he hasn't done all that much defensively here. Okay, and then say... So if he gets an arrow, nope. Alright, my shields do nothing here. Alright, well, that sucks for me. I don't think I'm winning this. But now I get how it works. Now I get you. Oh my goodness. Now, how many God's favors he has? Very much yikes. Alright, Shadow's glitching out a little bit with his God's favor over there. Indeed. Not really what I want here. So I can do 5 now. So if the AI just decides to not use this, what I can do is I can do the 5. I just need to do at least 2 damage here while having enough defense. Sure, I still feel extra incentive for that, I guess. But yeah, I'm not getting up to 12, I don't think. Here, have that protect me against the one axe swing there. Is what I'm feeling here. Alright, that's a lot of axe swings. I'm a little bit worried about him popping his God's favor. Alright, that'll protect me against those 3 axe swings. But I need to do damage myself too. Here, let's see. Maybe he doesn't roll a helmet. Ooh, he didn't roll a helmet. So if I select this, and I do 5 damage, plus the 2 from my axes, he's using some too. Oh. Oh. Vidar's Might. Remove helmets from the opponent. So he's able to get damage that he otherwise wouldn't. Good thing I do enough damage here anyway. So it works out. So then I spend those. Say goodbye to 5 of your pieces. There.
Sweet victory.
You won.
You just got lucky. Another round.
Okay. I actually kind of like that game.
Time, perhaps.
That's actually fun. Vidar's Might. Oh, and then you go around and you collect the different types of god favors. Okay. So it's one of those games where you can go around doing the side activity tabletop game around the world, and it unlocks more options for you in the future. I think Bravely Default 2 had something like that, where it's like you got more cards as you went around and took on different guys. Something like that. I don't actually remember how it worked in Bravely Default 2. But that's actually really cool. I wish more games had that. I'm really quite surprised that an Assassin's Creed game has that, honestly.
Can you teach me the art of archery?
Yeah, I think these are definitely worth it to go around and do.
See how I'm
To
standing?
introduce a bunch of stuff with the game.
Plant your feet in the ground.
So yeah, archery
No weight
tutorial.
on your shoulders.
Well, it seems like the person that you're playing is the one showing how to do it.
Then as you draw the arrow back, look at the point you want to hit.
Oh.
Now imagine the arrow passing straight through it and far beyond. Breathe out,
I love how that
then release.
isn't considered enough to kill the test dummy. I don't want to use up all my arrows here, though. Oh, I got 1 back, at least.
Come back.
What? Do you still want me to shoot some guys? What do you want here? I can do that. Sure, I'll get a bunch of these guys. Targets at a greater height, aiming higher may help you land the shot. Okay. And then, like... Nice how it shows you the preview there, though. We're gonna run out of arrows here. Oh, I can get as many as I want from here. Probably. Arrows can be set on fire. Okay, so... Did I do it? Light arrows, hunter arrows, hunter arrows. Okay. Interesting. Maybe I have to take them all out? I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay, I did it. Alright, I didn't think I'd be doing these for very long, but it looks like I am, so maybe I will use something like this for thumbnails. I should have done that first one where we were doing the rhyming stuff. This isn't going to change to cooler camera angles, is it? That guy just dropped down from there? Alright, so another customization option unlocked. Probably not going to use it, but it's unlocked though. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff there. Okay. Oh, a bunch more tattoos. Okay, interesting. And there's a thing over here that I can interact with. So this... Whoa.
Come and drink. Let us amuse the gods.
Hi.
Tekla, what is brewing?
Alvis tells me this brew
Yeah, it was only that first one that was going to give cool camera angles. I didn't turn my camera off for that. Oh well. I'll match horns with you. Drunken minigame? Oh. Ah! Ah! I need to stop touching my keyboard. I assume as this minigame gets harder as the game goes on, there's gonna be different buttons here that you have to react to in time. Uh-oh. Well, I just lost my momentum. Okay, there's gotta be multiple, though. Interesting. Oh! Oh, I had my other hand off! Okay. Interesting. So I have to try to regain balance sometimes? That's kind of funny. Whoa, nope. Not gonna fall off balance here. Sure gets drunk pretty fast, huh? Okay, that's kind of funny. Drinking challenge, you won. Did she just put it in her pocket, half filled? After she lost?
well drunk. Well done. This land will never prosper while clan battles clan.
Who would like to hear a story?
I got some silver.
Tale of the gods.
I'm a little bit drunk right now, which I assume means that the Tale of the Gods would sound even more amazing. Yoink. I'm taking those. Hey, what's going on over here? Is it something I can do while I'm drunk? Hi.
Can you point me to some good
Oh, I thought you said hi too.
I could, but I don't want every iron foot with a bow scaring away the game. Bring me 3 deer antlers to prove your skills, and I might just have a story for you.
A worthy challenge.
I probably won't do that one immediately, I don't think. Do that at some point here. A mild hunt. Alright, what was the interaction thing here? Just like the berries? I could have sworn I saw an interaction thing there. Maybe I'm actually just losing my mind. Alright, well. Okay, I guess it did lead into a blacksmith tutorial thing anyway.
Gunnar, I have something here you might like to see.
Thunderclap of Thor! Is that your father's axe? I have not seen this beauty since, well, for some time. I forged this weapon, Loneko. Still looks good. One of my finest, I think.
It has a blunted blade, but it swings well. Can you sharpen it?
I can give it a better edge and reinforce the handle. And as luck would have it, I have 1 ingot left for the job.
Are you sure?
The fates have willed it so. But in future, bring your own metal ingots. I cannot forge them from empty air.
Okay, so yeah, it is blacksmith tutorial here. Enhance gear. Bringing ingots to the settlement's forge will allow Gunnar to enhance armor and weapons. Doing so will unlock rune slots, increase the piece's upgrade limit, and may improve its appearance. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. Increases speed after each hit up to 10 times. New rune slot, new appearance. Okay, the stats looked the exact same, apart from 2 notches on, I guess that's adrenaline. I guess the amount of adrenaline notches I have is dependent on my weapon, rather than upgrading my spear. Varen's axe, superior bearded axe. Okay. Huh. And you can upgrade it further. So I wonder if you could, in theory, stick with like one weapon at the beginning of the game and just upgrade it throughout. I assume not. I assume the skills here change. So yeah, I don't have the materials there. So yeah, it takes 3 of whatever those are. Silver, I assume. Okay.
That should do it. Anything else?
How are you doing, man?
Holding up?
Yeah, work is good and my spirits are strong, but my nights are newly cold. My lady left me, if you have not heard.
I had. Sorry to hear it. You were together how long?
5 weeks. It was 5 beautiful, passionate weeks. But all that is done. Will I never find my Brunhilde?
Valkyries do not walk the world as they once did, Gunnar. Maybe set your sights a bit lower.
Lower? My friend, look at my wares, my weapons. I'm not a man to settle for less than the finest of anything.
I guess I'll have a quick look at the menu here. Yeah, so my stuff that's currently equipped. So yeah, stuff to enhance gear here. So he doesn't sell things. It's just, okay. Gotcha, just upgrades here. I'm done here.
Return anytime.
Okay, interesting. Speak to Ranvi. Alright, I will. Whoa. Allow you to slot runes. Runes can be found in chests across the world. Was there a double space between in and chests there? Hi. Hi. Can I speak? Can I speak? Can I speak? Can I... Okay, you were just getting a little bit confused there. It looks like...
Business, it may be wise to do it now. Let him cool down.
I could speak to Volker first. Get this weight off my mind.
I thought I was going to go into a bigger cutscene, but I guess not. Whoa.